Here we go.
Right, so let's just start this episode off right. Happy birthday, B Wonder.
Hey! Belated birthday. We got it out there, though.
Yeah.
I said happy birthday 2 days before his birthday. I'm the better brother.
Or did you forget his birthday date?
You're the only brother.
I asked Amanda what his birthday was. And I said, is it today? She said, yes.
I didn't know it was his birthday until you said something.
I'm not good with birthdays. I'm not good with dates. I'm good with names and faces, but don't give me a date or like a statistic.
I can't
What?
either.
Remember when B was here doing the podcast and you're like, when's your birthday? And B's like, April 16th.
He knew. He fucking
He
knew.
fucking knew.
I don't know how.
So he knows yours, but you don't know his. Vince. Wow. One-sided.
I just love him so much, though.
It's 3 days late, but we still got it in there. Welcome to the Don't Look Under the Bed podcast for all things comedy and horror. I'm one of your belated hosts, Dan Wonder. Next to me is
Natalie Rose.
Next to her is
The forgetful host, Vinny Rose.
and next to me again is
Nicholas Myers.
And we are the Don't Look Under the Bed podcast. We got some stuff for you guys today. Some stuffs
and things.
E3's happening.
Yeah.
And if anybody pays attention to that shit like I do,
Yeah.
then you'd know it was kind of a bummer.
No.
There was a lot of stuff announced that was already been announced that we already.
Yeah, there was a lot that's already been announced, but it was good to see more gameplay and more information on what's been announced and some release dates.
They didn't really show much gameplay through a lot of the trailers. It was all CGI shit. But they had a 15-minute demo of Final Fantasy VII, and I was not impressed. I
didn't see that.
They turned it from a turn-based strategy game into a 3D action platformer.
I wish I would have kept it turn-based.
It doesn't.
Did you watch any of the Nintendo Treehouse?
I watched everything.
I didn't watch the one that obviously this will be done and over with when this comes out. But I didn't watch the one from today yet because I didn't have time. But I am super excited for Fire Emblem, Three Houses, Link's Awakening. There's a Dark Crystal game coming out.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I haven't seen any trailers or like images.
It looks
from
really.
it,
It's a tactical RPG.
Yeah,
really?
It looks really.
You know who I think could probably smash a Dark Crystal game out of the park is Telltale.
Yeah, they could do a good job, but too bad they're not a studio anymore.
Yeah.
And
what they do? Because I'm
Telltale
brain
does like
farting.
they do like those story based like just those story based games like the
it's
Walking
like
Dead ones.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a choose your own adventure kind of game. But they do really good job with storytelling, but they're not a studio anymore. So
yeah,
no,
it's a bummer.
I'm not great with studios a lot.
They
Brandon's
had some
good
really
with them,
good
but
licenses too.
Yep, they had a
Batman,
lot of great licenses, and they made good
Guardians
games.
of the Galaxy, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
But those kinds of games are very niche, and they don't sell very well.
Yeah.
So if you like them, you like them.
I fucking love them.
The Wolf Among Us was amazing.
Oh, such a great
You
game.
play that one?
Oh yeah.
There was only one season, which sucks, but
I wanted to stream it, but it's like there's not enough people that like it, and it's so slow.
Yeah. I mean, that's more of
Is it a story-based RPG?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
probably like to try that.
But it's got like fairy tale creatures in it.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's based off of Fables, if you know what that is.
It's an old comic book from DC.
I don't, but
Isn't that Vertigo?
It sounds good.
Yeah, it's Vertigo.
Okay. But yeah, E3's happening, so there wasn't a excitement on the stage when Keanu Reeves came out for Cyberpunk 2077, and he came out on stage and the crowd just shit themselves.
Why was he coming out?
Because he's part of the game.
He's the voicing?
He plays a cameo in the game.
Oh, cool.
And they got his likeness in there, and he looks exactly like Keanu fucking Reeves. But
the internet's real big with him right now, but in a positive way, so that's good. That's good to see that.
But he came out on
stupid shitty motorcycles that he endorses, though.
He came out on stage and he was like, the game looks breathtaking. And someone from the crowd just yells out, "You're breathtaking!" in the middle of silence, and it just broke everything. And Keanu goes, he just points to the crowd, and he starts laughing. He's like, "Yes." I'm like, this dude knows what the fuck he's doing.
There's a thing.
Didn't he yell back at him and say, "You're breathtaking"?
Yeah.
You're all breathtaking.
Yeah, that's what it was. He said, "You're all breathtaking."
There's a thing on the internet where it's got pictures of him from like Bill and Ted, and then up to like today, and it's like he's immortal.
Yeah, he is fucking immortal.
You know how every once in a while the internet, like Reddit or Tumblr or whatever, will get obsessed with a specific celebrity?
Yeah.
that's Keanu Reeves right now.
Yeah.
Reddit
Reeves
is
a beautiful
obsessed.
son of
That's
a
what I
bitch.
just said.
Yeah, like, sorry.
Sorry. I didn't specifically say Reddit, so I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I said that they're obsessed with him, but it's in a positive manner instead of like they tear down, like the internet will tear down, like Justin Bieber. Every time he takes a shit, they're like, oh, he took a shit. Oh. It's like, okay.
Oh, wow. Is that what they write?
Might as well.
He took a shit.
They might as
Yeah.
well. Right? His pants shit themselves. He's
No,
wearing Dan's
No,
pants.
those are my pants.
Dale, you let Bieber your pants. See, now we're starting rumors it's going to be on Yahoo tomorrow. Local podcast host lent
Yeah, like
Justin,
that's news.
lent the Biebs his shit in pants. And there's like a picture of Justin Bieber out in public and there's shit in his pants. He's like, I wasn't me, it was my pants.
He's got his mouth half open, looking like not at the camera, but it's kind of at the camera.
Oh no.
These 10 things will scare you away from Justin Bieber's shit in pants.
Oh,
What the world doesn't want you to know.
what you missed with Justin Bieber's
Yeah,
shit in
what
pants.
you missed. You know what I can't fucking stand is those YouTube videos with the red circle on it and there's an arrow pointing to something, but there's never anything there and it says hidden things in this video or whatever, or like 10 things you may have missed from this video.
The clickbait YouTube
It's clickbait
videos.
bullshit.
Is there?
I like
There's
when
nothing there.
I like when Negan in The Walking Dead says, I hope you got your shitting pants on.
You about to shit your pants, Rick.
I hope you got your shitting pants on.
Yeah, I wore them today. Yeah, that's
I
what I do.
have Daniel shitting pants on. Is that okay?
I should make my own clothing line with a little flap on the back so that you can, if your pants do
Like
shit
jammy
themselves.
bottoms.
Like jammy bottoms, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
That
well,
just-
but we'll
that-
call them whammy bottoms.
That reminds me of the first Deadpool when he's attacked. I think it was the scene where he's attacking the people on the interstate, and he's like, "This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants."
yeah. If I like Deadpool, that'd be funny.
So what games are you guys?
I don't
Oh.
like Deadpool.
I'm not the only one.
I don't like Deadpool.
I like it. I don't know anything about it, but
I don't think he's funny. He
what
says
games are you guys excited for?
Cyberpunk 2077, Link's
And
Awakening,
was it Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds looks phenomenal. I'm so excited.
Zelda
for that.
Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yes.
Oh, that looked. There was a very short video of that. There's lots of stuff for that.
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I don't like Pokemon.
I know you don't.
That's
I
a
do.
big. That was a big one though. Like for sure.
I would literally probably buy a Switch just for that game.
You should buy Switch because they're the shit.
Yeah,
I know.
they're portable, they're nice, they're small, and they don't hurt my eyes when I look at it, unlike certain other machines.
If you got Smash Brothers, you can get the DLC of Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, Banjo.
Brandon's
I've never
excited
been
for
a,
that.
I've never been a Banjo
I
fan,
don't think I've ever played a Banjo and Kazooie game in my life, honestly.
but
There's another game coming out like Lucky the Fox or something.
Lucky's Tale.
So if you watch the video, they're doing the gameplay of that today. And they took him to this town of worms. The worms look exactly like, and they sound exactly like the rabid rabbits.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm like, I didn't steal that character design by any means. Like
Yeah.
it's the comparison is uncanny. Look it up if you're playing along at home.
Did you say they got Spyro from?
Figment from Disney World,
Yeah.
Epcot Center.
Figment.
They
He looks
just stole
like
him. They're like,
Just-
it'll work. But he's like, shut up or you're fired.
But as many good things as there were that were announced, there was a lot of stuff that I just didn't care about,
What was that?
like Google Stadia.
What's that?
So Google Stadia is a way that you can play games from any platform or device. They have supercomputers that they use, and then you pay a monthly subscription, and then instead of downloading the game, you just stream the game from the supercomputer onto your TV, phone, or tablet.
Really?
Yeah. So
What's the subscription cost, or did they say?
they haven't figured that out yet, but they were really. I'm guaranteeing it's probably about $60 a month.
God,
So like,
Probably,
really?
Yeah.
so like, if you've got a
They'll sell
Switch,
it.
I can play it no matter what, like whatever game with you.
No, it can't be proprietary. Or are you saying that you can't play an Xbox game on the Switch,
Okay.
but you can play an Xbox game on your TV when it's hooked up to Google Stadia. You can play it on your phone and just use a controller with your phone. It's for people who don't want to buy consoles, but they want to play games. And
It's so
I'll have to watch a video. I didn't see that one.
I think that's a good idea, but I don't think it's gonna work.
You're a good idea.
Thank
well,
you.
whatever
I
happened
appreciate that.
to? I was walking the trail yesterday, and there was a guy that walked by me. He had like this reflective mirror on his glasses, and I thought it was Google Glasses, but I think it was just an actual mirror to see if like bicyclists are coming. What happened to Google Glasses?
I don't know.
Yeah, it just kinda
came and went.
Yeah, it just kind of came and went. I don't think it took off the way Google wanted it to, and I think they were probably too expensive to.
You know who uses
really
them? Doctors.
Yeah.
Oh, they use pagers too. Still, so.
A lot of that stuff is for like the health medical field.
Okay.
I think that was the problem with Google Glasses. There's too much exclusivity to it.
Yeah.
Like it only really appealed to very specific demographics.
I never
so
seen him in real life. I just seen.
It's just like
on the World Wide Web.
It's just like the Microsoft HoloLens, which is basically a 3D it's like a 3D manifestation over. It's like an inlay that you put, like, so you wear the headset and then it projects a 3D image onto whatever surface that you use. So like they were playing Minecraft in 3D and they were zooming in and out while going back and forth with their heads, and they could pick stuff up with it. They're using that for the medical field.
I think their first mistake was Minecraft.
Well, Minecraft's on it's on fucking 20 devices.
There's a new one coming out too, I think.
Minecraft Dungeons. That's gonna fucking sell millions.
It will.
Oh yeah.
So gross.
That industry, or that game is on so many. It's on everything. I didn't realize how expansive it was, but it's literally on Xbox, PlayStation 4, Switch, phones, tablets, computers. It's on everything.
Brandon has it on all of his stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Happy birthday, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm fucking at work last night, and my buddy at work, he's like, "Hey, you gonna get on Xbox?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want to play?" He's like, I don't know, how about Minecraft? I'm like, how about fuck yourself?
At one point, Minecraft had its place, you know, in my heart, but then it just kind of blew up, and
it's Legos for
I just kind of stopped playing. I don't know. I felt like I was like, what am I doing?
You became an adult.
Building. But I still play shitty video games. I mean,
I do too.
I played Battlefield last night. You know, I still
Battlefield 5 was fun. I want to reinstall that and play it with you some
I haven't played
that's coming out
in a couple weeks.
That's coming out with Pacific Theater War. So it's going to have Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal, all those fucking great maps from 1943. Excuse me. And but EA's conference was shit.
What else did they
Bethesda's
have?
conference was shit too.
Bethesda's conference, it's all mobile for Bethesda.
What's the
now.
one that does like the big production every year? Like last year, they fake murdered their CEO on stage.
Devolver?
Yeah,
Devolver's
I've never played their games, but their presentation is outstanding. Brandon sent it to me last year.
Yeah, it's this year. Her name's Nina Struthers is the person who gets killed, but they Robocop her, and she comes back with like a vengeance, and she's stuck in her own head presenting E3, and it's completely fucking meta. But the whole thing is they showed off like 5 games, but even Devolver's press conference wasn't that great this year. So I was kind of bummed about this whole thing, but new Xbox, new PlayStation are coming out. You'll see those next year.
They're coming out next year?
Yeah, PS5 and
fine.
what are they going to call the Xbox?
Project Sapphire?
It's Project Scarlet right now.
Scarlet, yeah, that's it.
But this isn't a YouTube, or this isn't the gaming podcast.
No,
so
we just wanted to touch and highlights on.
But watch for us to stream some nice horror games.
Yeah. But I was, they were lacking a lot of horror games. But Blair Witch is coming out. They were making a Blair Witch. No, I don't think so. But
we're gonna stream the shit out of that.
I don't really care for those types of games. It's a flashlight handycam game. So it's Layers of Fear with Slender Man and fucking Outlast, and I just don't care for those games. But
Outlast is awesome.
Outlast is well made, but I did not think it was fun.
You're just too scared.
But they don't have a lot of horror games that are like fun, fucked up horror games. Like there's nothing. Dead by Daylight maybe, but
I thought The Evil Within was fun, the first one, but
yeah.
Then the second one came out, and I played the demo, and it was shit.
I'll buy it.
Dead by which one? Which did you play?
The Evil Within 2.
I didn't like Evil Within. I didn't know what kind of game it wanted to be.
I haven't played that one.
I didn't care for it. I didn't like the movement.
Evil Within seemed like too much of like a Resident Evil knockoff.
I enjoyed it.
They're putting out more, are bringing those to the Switch, like 6, 1. There's like a collection coming out too.
Yeah. And Bethesda's putting all those out.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 6 and 5 are coming out for the Switch.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Evil Within.
No, you were saying Resident Evil. So.
Yeah, Resident Evil is 5 and 6, which are the worst ones. Nobody wants those.
I don't remember. Is 6 the one where, or is 5 the one where they're in the jungle? Like a jungle.
Five is when we're in the Sudan,
Yeah.
Sudan-like place.
Yeah.
And they got called a bunch of racists for that because all you were doing was shooting black people the whole time.
Oh.
But
Which one was the one where you had to stand still to shoot? Because that one sucked.
are you talking about Resident Evil 4?
I think maybe. Yeah.
Resident Evil 4
No,
is the
you
shit.
can walk and shoot.
There was one I tried because I
That's my
remember when it
favorite.
first came out. There was one I tried getting into Resident Evil, and that's the
Okay,
one I picked.
Resident
and it was
Evil-
one where you had to stand. You could only shoot if you were standing.
Just
still.
play 4 because that's the best one.
You're talking about Resident Evil 2 and 1. The
Okay.
old
Those are
school,
old though. Like,
the tank control ones where up is down and down is up. And
Ugh.
That's how I play.
oh, I can't do it.
Oh.
Everything I play inverted.
yeah,
Ugh.
it's
Whatever
not.
happened to the Beyond Good and Evil sequel they were making?
So Beyond Good and Evil, this should just be the video game update podcast with Dan Wonder. That video game is in production, and it's not going to be done for another couple of years. I guarantee you.
God.
But Ubisoft is working on it right now, and they're putting so much tech into that game that it looks pretty. The CGI
It doesn't look like
for
the
it.
first one at all.
But no, it doesn't. And a lot of people were like, kind of don't like where this is going because the first one was a little more gentrified and it had a fun story to it, and it was kind of a kid game.
Mama Go Garage.
This one is like a lot of cussing and flipping people off and ghetto monkeys and there's an actual ghetto monkey in it, like a monkey who wears bling and he's got no teeth. And
There was one like that in the Mama Go Garage though. They were like goats and monkeys. There's pigs.
Oh, okay.
It's all animals, and then like she was the only person.
Yeah, which is weird.
Shantae.
Shantae.
Brandon's gonna kill me. Uncle Paige, and it starts with an S.
Shanae.
But yeah,
Shanae.
she was the girl, and then it was like you had to save like the little goats and stuff, but they were like people goats.
Yeah.
It was weird. And then the garage is ran by like a rhino or a monkey or something.
They're also making a new Vampire Masquerade game, Bloodlines 2, and it looks poor.
We could do a true crime on the Vampire Masquerade.
I didn't know that was a real thing. I don't
Yeah.
like vampires that much, so
I love vampires.
I think they're kind of boring.
I agree.
You have been watching the wrong stuff. Then have you seen Twilight?
Oh, I forgot about that movie. But before we go any further, Nick, do we have an email?
Yes, we do.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes.
you're on 3, 2, 1.
All right. So this email is from Jess. She says, "Hi, don't look under the bed pot." Or let me start over. Hi, don't look under the bed.
I pod look under the don't.
Yeah, I butchered that. This is what happens when you put me on the spot, Dan. What are your views? And I actually really like this question. This is a different question than we've ever gotten. So, what are your views on Jack the Ripper and H.H. Holmes being the same person?
I
And
love
how
it.
do you think he pulled that off?
Back in the day, there was a lot of ignorant policemen that didn't know what they were doing, and he fit some of the profiles, and I think that's how he pulled it off. That's
Well,
And their crime scenes were destroyed.
yeah.
Like when they went to go like investigate.
And isn't the theory behind that is that Jack the Ripper never got caught? So
Yeah.
some people believe that he immigrated to the United States and was H.H. Holmes.
There's another theory that Jack the Ripper was a woman.
I've seen that one. That one's really cool.
There's a society, I can't think of it. I don't know their name. Maybe you could look it up. It's like Jack the Ripper enthusiasts, but it's not just for fun. Like you have to like get initiated into their club and
by killing a hooker.
Yep. Yep.
I killed 9 strippers.
No,
Does
you
that
have to.
count?
It's like extremely serious. It's crazy.
I don't think I could handle that.
Have you ever killed a hooker?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Did anybody ever think that maybe Uncle Jesse from Full House was? Because he was Jesse and the Rippers.
Jesse and the Rippers.
Anybody? Yeah, we know.
Forever. Remember when he got on stage and he was singing Toyota, and because he didn't know how to speak Japanese?
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Kawasaki, Toyota.
And
And
they're
the
like,
audience is just clapping
Yeah, they're
along.
just clapping like a bunch of idiots. It's like, those people would have been like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
This is racist. I just.
Jesse and the Jackhole's more like it.
So what's your thought there, Vinny?
I just think that with Dan, I think that a lot of it was obviously they didn't have DNA and testing and real police work like they have now. So yeah, it could have been for sure.
Well, and I agree with Dan.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
it's me over here.
I agree with Dan
Hot
too.
mic.
I think it was just because back then serial killers weren't really a thing. The police didn't know what to do about that. They didn't know how to handle that.
No.
So
Especially that kind of brutality.
yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of brutality where it's the same MO, the same type of, just same type of murder. And God, that's precious. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
We're staring at
Daniel's cat's
Dan's-
still here
Dan's cat
till
is just
next week, and
snoozing.
she's
It's
sleeping, and
adorable.
it's like, where are the cameras? Why is this not being filmed? She is just
A
right in her
precious
face.
angel.
She is a precious angel.
But yeah,
little Samus.
I don't think H.H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper are the same person because H.H. Holmes was, and I don't know a ton about H.H. Holmes.
When's that
but
movie coming out with Leonardo? Is that still a thing?
are you
Devil
talking
in the
about
White
the
City? Is that what it is?
Quentin Tarantino one?
I
Because
thought
that one comes out in July.
Leonardo DiCaprio was writing or directing. I don't know. Maybe
Because I know the
I'm
Devil
drinking
in the
my
White
own
City
bathwater
was
over
a
here.
book.
There's a movie with Leonardo that's been out for a long time. It's also got Michelangelo and Donatello, Raphael.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Adults are talking.
Yeah, I was about to say. You
No,
guys
I
never
can't-
let me talk.
I read this somewhere that he was writing it or he was starring in it.
Yeah, so
I did
it's
it,
in
sorry.
development at
Okay.
Hulu.
Oh.
It's a series.
Oh.
So it's
Even
Leonardo
better.
DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese.
Ooh, that's gonna be
How
good.
would you like to be Leonardo DiCaprio and have Martin Scorsese pitch you an idea for a movie?
I don't know if it
Or
was.
a series.
Christopher Nolan.
I don't know if
like
it was
that dude
just-
works with like the most legendary directors.
He's
only.
amazing now.
I don't know if it was just like internet rumors or what, but I heard they were looking at Leonardo DiCaprio to try and get him to do. Oh shit! What's the guy's name on Spawn? Like the reporter guy. For the
know.
new
You're
Spawn
the-
movie
you're the
Todd
Spawn
McFarlane's
nerd.
coming out with.
I don't know.
I
I didn't know
think
they
his
were
name was
making.
like
I didn't
Sketch
know
or
they were
something.
making a new Spawn movie.
Yeah, I think Jamie Foxx is going to play Spawn actually.
Hmm.
Ugh.
I think he can pull it off, man. He's for one, he's a
Yeah.
huge fan, always has been, and for two,
They need to let Freddie Prinze Jr. in there because he's a huge fan too.
yeah,
Really?
Yo,
yeah.
he wanted to be in the Spawn movie, and they're like, "We can't because you're Freddie Prinze Jr." He wanted to play
He's
clown.
too pretty.
You want to play Violator?
Yeah. And he was like, he is such a fan. I heard this on another podcast called How Did This Get Made?
Oh, okay.
And they were talking about it, and I'm like, wow, I like Freddie Prinze Jr. So,
Yeah, he's done a lot of voice work that I've liked.
and he is gorgeous.
He's
Oh.
beautiful.
He's a Prince, would you say?
Gorgeous. All right, and that's it for the Don't Look Under the Bed podcast.
Excuse me.
Vinny's pouring a cup of coffee. Is that still hot?
Yeah.
Ooh, when'd you put that in there then?
Yesterday.
Aaron, can I get would you like something to drink, something cold? I'll take a hot cup of coffee, thank you. And she brings back the cold cup. Why would I want a cold cup of old coffee?
Sorry. Sorry.
Sometimes I heat my coffee back up in the microwave. I don't care.
Matt does that all the time. He'll
If he didn't, he would waste the coffee. So we try not to be.
I don't know how you can drink coffee in the first place.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I'm not a coffee person. It's too bitter for me.
It's delicious.
Well,
Thank you, Satan.
I put enough creamer in mine to float a boat.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm the
okay.
same way. I can only drink coffee if there's like a hint of coffee taste. I cannot
But-
drink it black.
But I drink my coffee like dumb strong.
Yeah.
Michael, do you have any coffee? Milk and sugar. It's just milk and sugar. You drink this every morning? Every morning.
I fill my filter basket up over halfway
Okay.
with coffee grounds.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to make coffee, so
That's a lot.
I know
that's
that
a
hot water
lot.
is involved. That's all I know.
That's a lot.
It
People at
percolates.
work drink coffee, and I'm like, it smells like tuna in here now, and I don't like it.
You're
Some
stupid.
What kind of
Stinks.
coffee are they
No,
drinking?
some of it smells like butt.
But
Like
The
it
best
smells
part
like.
of waking up is on butt in your cup.
Look at the cat.
Oh my god! Now she's moved and she has her little paw over her face and a big little head. I'm gonna eat her paws.
Quit picking
a
at
little
your
jelly
meth
bean.
scabs, Nick, and look at my cat.
Leave me alone.
Look at the cat. Audience, look at the cat. Oh,
God damn, we should post a picture of her on our
we
website.
should.
Oh, you got to see the video.
Missing.
The video, Mitchell.
Missing, yeah.
The video my son took of her the other night at
Yes.
the door. She's at the door going like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She wants out, probably.
No, she was trying to get to Vance and
We were
his son.
outside.
I want to have my cat do that to me. She doesn't love me yet.
Yeah, she's been here and she doesn't like other cats, so
Have
she's
you
been
held her for a total of over 30 minutes in her life?
Not yet.
Not yet.
not yet. Wait till next week.
Wait, yeah, next week.
Rings
it's gonna-
hands.
Can't make
Oh,
the
you're
podcast,
gonna get
guys. I don't
snuggled.
feel good.
I
Get
got-
your ass here. Danny shows up with the cat. Okay.
So what is our topic for tonight, Allie?
Our topic is road trip Alaska part deuce.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into. Where's our plane crashing? Oh no!
Wait, it righted itself. We just lost a wing.
I found it on the floor next to my drumstick.
Go put it back on. It's like a Lego.
Hey, I saw a meme and it said, Rick finds KFC, asks Herschel if he wants a leg.
Oh,
God.
for any of you Walking Dead fans, that's part of the show where Herschel loses his leg.
But they're a fan. Should they know?
For our Walking Dead fans who don't know,
Oh.
then you should probably watch the show because you're not a real fan.
It's a great show.
Can you be a fan of something and not watch it?
I know somebody that's actually like that, and I work with them.
Oh,
I'm not going to name drop, but
Okay.
you know exactly
all right.
who
I know.
I'm talking
I know who.
about.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Allie, let's
All
get
right.
into it.
Shall we? All right. So we're already in Alaska from last week. We've been running around the whole state, and
Boy, my legs are tired.
yeah, run. No one at this table. Maybe Nick. Nope.
Nope.
Smoker's cough. It'll still get him.
My nose don't even run when I get a cold.
It just blah, blah.
Yep.
That's the noise that it makes when it comes out. Blah, blah,
It
blah.
sounds like Drippy
Gross.
Dog.
Okay, I'm tired.
Somebody wipe me.
Oh, God.
All right. So Alaska's most notorious serial killer, Robert Hansen. Dun, dun, dun. This guy sucks. He was born in.
Don't they all?
He's. Okay. He was born in Esterville, Iowa in 1939.
Where's Esterville?
Iowa. I'm not sure, actually.
I'm looking.
He did move to Pocahontas, Iowa, which is 125 miles northwest of Des Moines. So I don't know if Esterville's by there.
Okay, yep. Okay.
After graduating high school, he joined the Army Reserves. He received an advanced military training at Fort Knox.
It's like way north Iowa.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
almost
Middle?
at the
Minnesota.
border. It's
Is-
like almost at the border.
In
of
the
Iowa.
middle towards Nebraska, or?
No, straight up from
No,
us
like-
if he was west.
Oh,
Just
so
like,
not too far then.
like right at the top of
Girl, you know
Iowa.
my directions.
Yeah, you do.
What state is right above Iowa? Because it's like literally
Minnesota.
Right. Okay.
Minutes
So yeah,
fly.
it's like almost smack dab on the border between
Go
Iowa and
Vikings.
Minnesota.
All right. So he lived there and then he moved to Pocahontas, Iowa. Let's see. He went back to Iowa after Fort Knox and to work at his father's bakery from 1959 to 1960. He was shy and had bad acne that left his face acne scarred, and he had a real bad stutter. He was arrested for setting fire to a bus barn at a local school. He was convicted of arson and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. He was diagnosed with the infantile personality disorder. He imagined that doing violence against women, or he also liked to do, like he would like think and imagine about doing violence against women, but at that point he wasn't acting on anything. 2 years later, he was paroled a year early because another psychiatrist said he was doing better and his antisocial behavior improved. He then met Darla Henriksen, and she was studying to become a teacher, and they married in 1961.
I imagine the facilities that they're at, they look kind of like the place that Percy guy and they took Percy to in the Green Mile when he's like, that boy's cheese don't slid off his cracker.
He took a series of jobs in North Dakota and Minnesota in various bakeries. In 1965, he was arrested for shoplifting from a sporting goods store. The charges were dropped after his wife persuaded the Lutheran pastor at the church to vouch for him. She was extremely religious, like super goody girl, church-going folk.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So he's working in a bakery, right? Why is he shoplifting if he makes all that dough?
Oh my God.
I knew that was coming.
You were just bred to do that joke, weren't you?
That one was way better than Vinny's, so thank you.
I have nothing to contribute, so do not ask me. Let's see.
Okay.
You mean donut ask me?
I meant to say donut ask me and I messed it up. No, I meant to say it and I messed it up. I knew it after I said it. I'm like, hey, fuck that one up. Head upstairs. Go sit outside on the back deck and think about what you did.
You should have nailed it as a piece of cake.
Oh my God, stop. Okay, Natalie, keep going. We're going to lose our listeners if we keep doing this shit.
Why?
I was going to make another pun, but I couldn't think of one. God damn it.
Okay, let's see. Let me find
Cracker.
I think this information that we're going over takes priority.
That was good.
I like
that
it.
was good.
Thank you.
Priority.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't know we were bringing
you could
pie
call
into
that
it.
icing on the cake right there so we can end the puns.
Yep.
Fine, suck.
Yeah. I like how you. I like how you just kind of briefly glazed over that one.
Oh.
All right.
Our listeners are dropping like they're not great.
Let's go off the map. Tap, 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 tap.
Natalie, I need this information.
Oh, I get it. Like kneading dough.
Yes.
Like kitty biscuits.
Okay, you had to explain it, so now it's not.
Oh, she moved her little arm.
Yeah.
All right. 1965, he was arrested for shoplifting from a sporting goods store. The wife asked the Lutheran pastor to vouch for him. They then moved to Anchorage. So Darla worked as a teacher and Robert worked as a baker.
That's a big move.
It is a big move. Darla was active in their church. And I think she was kind of naive too. Or she just didn't care. So they loved to do outdoorsy stuff. Robert loved to hunt, so he soon became friends with a guy named John Sumrall. He was an insurance man, and they would go hunting together. In 1971, Robert held an 18... What just happened?
I was cleaning cat hair off my...
Dale's headphones just flew right off his head.
I broke 'em.
Oh, no.
Keep going.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
All right, then. Bitter batter.
Bud.
All right, in 1971, Robert held an 18-year-old named Susie Heppard at gunpoint as she got out of her car. He put the gun in her face and told her, "Shut up, sweetheart, or I'll blow your head off." Susie screamed, and one of her roommates called the police. The other roommate yelled at Hansen that the police were on their way. He proceeded to push the gun into her back and forced her into the street. The police soon arrived, and he tried to run, but he was apprehended. He was released on his own recognizance. What does that mean?
It means that if you don't have like bond money or bail money, they're trusting you to leave on your own word, like that you will be back, and that I think the actual like definition of it is like this big long thing where it says I will not commit any crimes, blah 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 blah, but basically it just means that it's on your honor, basically.
Oh, okay.
A bond by which a person undertakes before a court or magistrate to observe some condition, especially to appear when summoned.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at that.
Yeah, you nailed it. All right, a month later, a grand jury charged him with assault with a deadly weapon. 3 days later, he kidnapped a topless dancer and then took her to a cabin on the Kenai Peninsula where he raped her. On the way back to Anchorage, he stopped the car and he pointed a pistol at her and he told her to start running. So remember, he was a hunter. She begged and pleaded for him not to kill her. He decided to go ahead and take her back to Anchorage. And he wrote down... Well, he wrote down the names of her parents and their address and told her he would kill them if she reported it to the police. He knew her father was an Alaskan state trooper, too. On Christmas Day, there was a half-naked body of a college freshman found near the ravine where Hansen had taken the dancer. So she, the dancer, decided to tell the police what happened after she found out about the body. She's like, I just can't keep my mouth shut anymore on this.
When you told us what we were going over and sent the notes out,
Mm-hmm.
I was reading that at work, and I thought it's because I was kind of back and forth with it, and I thought it said a naked half a body. And I was like, that's fucking terrible.
Context is everything.
Not that a half naked body is good.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes.
but
Naked half a body.
dead. Like,
sometimes.
ugh, cold packing.
You ever cold pack Jacks? For the club. For the club.
Can you do TIG?
No, I can't.
All right. We're just a pile of fail tonight, aren't we, folks?
Fucking Kim Coates, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He looks like Captain Hook. I just picture him. He'd be a good Captain Hook.
It's a pretty strange name for someone as like manly as him, Kim.
I went to school with a dude named Kim that was pretty
Kim's
tough,
a
dude.
male name. I knew a guy named Shannon.
Yeah, that's not a male name to me. I'm sorry.
What about Irish people named Kelly?
Kelly's a male name.
How about Danny?
I don't like Danny, but some people call me, and I'm not their friend anymore.
Immediately.
Why do you hate it so bad?
I fucking hate the way it sounds. It sounds dumb. Danny. Danny.
Do they all
Daniel.
sound like that?
Daniel.
Do you like just Dan?
Yeah, Dan's fine. It's easy. And it's,
Do you prefer Dan over Daniel?
Yes.
Getting to know your podcast host.
What if we called you Danielle?
That's French for Daniel, so whatever.
Okay.
And I used to call him that.
But you were being mean.
Yep.
And you were trying to make me into a woman.
No, your sister was trying to make you into a girl because she didn't like me and she wanted a new sister, so she dressed you up and called you Tina.
We don't need to talk about that on the show.
I'm calling you Tina. From
Well,
now
we were
on.
like really, really,
Daniel.
really little.
How did that make you feel?
It confused me for a very long time.
Yeah. What do you think made me feel?
Nobody cares. Daniel.
That's why I always had to play by myself. All
No,
right.
you didn't. Me and you played together all the time. Constantly.
Me or you or me and Tina?
No.
You standing by a stack of bricks saying, hey, catch, is not playing.
No, that's not what No.
Not that time.
Not that often.
No, we all used to play together. All right, so let's see. So she decided to tell the police about the body. She filed a report for abduction and rape and identified Hansen from a photo. He was arrested again. On December 29th, he was arraigned and held on a $50,000 bail. So John Summerall and their minister appeared as character witnesses and stated, oh no, he wouldn't harm anyone. He's a good guy. They said the dancer was clearly mistaken. His attorney went after the dancer's reputation and made a case that she used drugs. The charges involving the dancer were dropped, and he did, however, do a 5-year sentence for the assault on Susie Heppard. He would be eligible for parole when the doctors deemed him physically fit.
You know, I used to do drugs, and I've never been so high in my life that I wouldn't know if somebody tried to kill me.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite the thing to know about. So he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he would commit violent acts and then not remember them. Oh, well, what a convenient story. He was manipulative to the prison system and was a model inmate. He was released to a halfway house after only serving 3 months. And then he was allowed to move back home with his family. Isn't that just precious? He owned a boat and he kept it in a harbor in Seward, which was 125 miles south of Anchorage.
Where's he getting all this fucking money?
He owns a bakery. Or he's a baker, and he's like a model citizen, and his wife worked, so he's got money. Police believed he killed and buried a woman named Megan Emmerich, who was last seen folding her laundry on July 7, 1973 at a dormitory. Summer of 1975, Mary Kay Thill was driven by friends to Seward, and she was never seen again. A few weeks after Mary, Robert took a dancer from the Kit Kat Club near Anchorage. He drove her to Chugach, I'm not sure how to say that, State Park, raped her, and then let her go. She reported the rape but did not press charges. The trooper that took her statement notified Robert's parole officer, and Robert claimed him and the dancer were just on a date, and then the parole officer dropped the matter. So in 1976, security guards caught Robert trying to shoplift a chainsaw from a store in Anchorage.
He stepped it up his shirt and it turned on. He's like, oh boy, how'd that happen?
Is it
I
hot
can
here?
just imagine him like trying to shove that down his pants and just like, no, officer, it's my dick.
It's just me.
If he's got all this money, why the fuck was he shoplifting?
Because he's got obvious mental problems. So, because he tried to shoplift before too.
What
so
a jackass.
he tried to keister the chainsaw and get it out of the store.
He put it in his
Sir, did you
prison
pay for
wallet.
that? No, I brought it in with me.
This is my chainsaw with the tag on it. What? No.
I've been caught stealing once a chainsaw. It didn't fit up my ass.
I'm glad it wasn't running. Oh, like that shitty Limp Bizkit song. Like a chainsaw. Rub your ass raw.
Is that what that says?
No.
I think so.
I'll skin your ass raw.
Ugh.
Whatever. Rub, skin.
Fred Durst, what are
it's
you
all
doing?
fucking gross.
It's all gross.
Fuck Limp Bizkit.
The end.
Fucking hate it.
And that's the show for today, guys.
Let's see. So he tried to steal the chainsaw. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison at the Anchorage Correctional Institute. Well, he only served 16 months of that 5-year sentence.
That's actually a lot for a 5-year sentence.
But he's got multiple shit going against him.
Right, but if it's state time and not federal time, which it wouldn't be, it's a lot.
Or the club.
Yeah, most people get sentenced to 5 years and they can get out without parole in fucking 8 months.
I just lost my place.
Sorry,
Keep
I watched
talking.
a lot of the first 48.
Oh, man.
I watched the last 72.
What?
God.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so the court said he was a good family provider and his past charges were old, so they let him out. So, seems fair. So, in 1982, he ended up opening his own bakery. He did quite well business-wise and made good money. He bought a small plane. The body of Joanna Messina was found in a gravel pit near Seward in May 1980. A second body was discovered 2 months later, over 100 miles away, in a shallow grave outside Anchorage. The second victim was never identified. Sorry, keep burping. Since the bodies were found so far apart, authorities suspected it was 2 different people that killed them. On September 13th, 1982, 2 off-duty Anchorage police officers were moose hunting on the Nick River. They found...
My name.
Yeah, it's K-N-I-K, though.
I wish my name was spelled like that. That's cool spelling.
We can spell it like that if you want.
Okay.
They found the remains of Sherry Morrow on a sandbar. Alaskan State Trooper Sergeant Lyle Hogsvan came on the scene and thought about all the missing dancers in Anchorage as of late. He compiled the list of women reported missing and then created a suspect list, which included Robert Hansen. Months passed by and there were more reports of murders, or there was no more reports of murders, so they dismissed the list and said Sherry Morrow was an isolated incident. On June 13th, 1983, a trucker came upon a girl running down the street near an airfield in Anchorage. Excuse me. Okay, you got something to say?
Nope.
Okay. Not appropriate?
Nothing funny about that.
No.
Okay.
She was barefoot and handcuffed, and then there was a man chasing her. She got into the truck driver's truck, and her name was Cindy. She was only 17. The truck driver tried to get her to go to the police, but she was scared and confused and asked to be dropped off at a motel. The truck driver did as she asked, but then went on to the police station himself and let them know what was going on.
Oh boy. That a boy.
Yeah, I was like, good guy.
Or girl. It could have been a girl truck
Yeah.
driver. I don't know.
Dale said girls can't drive trucks? What?
No, I just don't
Wow,
think that back in
Dan.
those days.
Yeah,
there
probably
were
not
girl
Dan.
truckers.
In 83. I don't know. It's hard to say. We were too busy.
Nowadays, yeah, but back then
It wasn't me because I was just a wee babe.
it was just a wee
I
baby.
wasn't even born yet.
All right, so let's see. The police went to the motel and they found Cindy still in cuffs, and she was hysterical. She did lead the Officer Baker to the airfield and pointed at the plane and told Baker her assailant tried to force her to climb in. Excuse me. The plane was registered to Robert Hansen. The police then went to Robert's home, but he denied the incident happened, of course. He said, I was at John Surmall's house with another friend. And then, of course, John and his friend backed his story. Oh, yeah, he was with us. We were playing...
like a couple of good guys would.
Yeah, we were playing
Fucking
ColecoVision.
jackasses.
Bro code.
Yeah. The charges were dropped because it was the word of a teenage prostitute against a respected business owner in the community.
Bro code stops at rape.
I know,
Yeah.
I was
Like-
joking. I
I don't think Nick was
definitely
serious
joking
about
there.
that.
No, absolutely not.
For the record, Nick does not condone rap.
I think you mean rape, Natalie. Not rap. Rap's fine.
Oh, whatever. Same difference. All right, September 2nd, 1983, another body of a woman was found on the Nick River where Sherry Morrow's body was found. Alaskan State Trooper Sergeant Glenn Floth, or Floth, I'm not sure what that is.
Floathy.
Floth, was assigned the
Flothay.
case of the Nick River murders.
It'd be funny if his first name was Dental.
Dental floss.
Hello, my name is Sergeant Dental Fluff.
Let's go to the zoo.
Robert was on the top of the list of suspects again. He made a list of 22 missing women that were his possible victims and kept 24-hour surveillance on Robert. Floth connected with the FBI Behavioral Sciences Division for help in identifying the murderer. Agents John Douglas and James Horn came up with a profile of a person that stutters and is an excellent hunter. They also said the subject is hardworking, has a successful business, and his wife is probably religious and not aware of her husband's activities. It's amazing how
I
they
don't
made
believe they said all that.
the FBI.
Yeah.
I think they did. We weren't there, but I believe that was done. Let's see.
Sorry.
This described Darla and Robert. They also told Floth that the killer would have trophies from his victims. I could totally see that. So Floth was able to get a search warrant for Robert's bakery and his house. And behind the headboard of their bed was an aviation map with 24 X's on it. In the attic, they found weapons, a bag of jewelry, and a rifle. They matched the rifle to the shell casings that were found near the bodies of the Nick River. So at this point, his bestie John Summerall and the other guy were like, we actually weren't there with him that day that you guys came over, and he said we were. So we're recanting our statements. We don't want to be any part of this fella anymore because of all this mounting evidence.
Or it was like, he is supposed to bring beer last time we all got together and went hunting. That asshole forgot, so we're going to tell on him.
Why are they all southern in Alaska?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Because they're hunting.
Oh.
Okay.
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 You hunt and you don't sound like
I
that.
do want to hunt.
Oh, okay.
Till you
Like
quit.
me on the lawnmower.
Yeah. Yeah. We got this riding lawnmower. And
its name is Mowgli.
yeah, she calls it Mowgli. And she thinks she's this big, like, FFA Farmer America, like, agricultural guru, fucking big tractor driving. Like,
I was salute while I'm driving it at him. I have my sunglasses. I told him I want one of his hats from his business or his work, and I wanted a koozie
the
cup holder
trucker
for
hat.
my beer.
She was riding it today with beer in her hand. It was kind of cute.
Yeah, it was a nasty Bud Light, but whatever. It's all we had.
I rather enjoy Bud Light.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I'm poor.
they recanted, and they were like, nope, weren't with him. No. Authorities suspected that he killed over 30 women and possibly some men. They also believe he would abduct them, rape them, and then make them run off so he can hunt them like game. He was sentenced to 461 years plus life without parole. State troopers used a map to the human remains near 17 of the X's on the map. He was incarcerated at the Spring Creek Correctional Center in Seward. He died from natural causes in 2014 at the ripe age of 75. So he got to live all that time being a piece of shit. After he was incarcerated, his wife and kids ended up bouncing. They moved back to Arkansas. During his case, Alaskan state troopers began to develop protocols for dealing with sexual assault cases and started building and supporting safe houses around the state for victim abuse. So the Department of Safety in Alaska also built the state-of-the-art $56 million crime lab for evidence processing. So some good came out of this, but it's not fair that he got to live to be 75 years old.
I don't want to bring politics into this or anything. I'm just going to say that it's my belief that if somebody is convicted of rape and it's like, if it's like concrete, they did it, there's no even shadow of a doubt of evidence, it should carry the death penalty.
That far,
Yes,
huh?
I agree.
I think that you're taking away something from somebody much like a life that they just will never get back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's terrible. And I think it should carry the death penalty. I don't think life in prison is enough.
One news incident that really still bothers me to this day was I think this was 2 or 3 years ago. It was that
college fuck.
That college kid who actually got caught in the act raping someone, who was passed out in an alley.
The judge said he had a bright future.
Yeah,
so he
the
got
judge
6
said,
months.
yeah.
What? I don't remember this.
No.
Oh yeah,
There were two witnesses who saw this guy and testified in court against him. And the judge was like, yeah, but he's got a bright future. So they only gave him 6 months. And I don't even think he served all of it.
Did he even go back to school? Because I would imagine you have to transfer universities at that point.
I know he was a swimmer at I think he went to Stanford, if I'm not mistaken. And he was on their swim team, and he was eligible for the Olympics, and they stripped him of that.
Good.
Which they should have stripped him of a lot more.
Oh, he suffered enough, hasn't he?
It was just.
What about the girl that he was raping? What did she get?
That's not. We're not here to talk about that.
Stupid.
Ma'am.
She should have been inside doing the dishes or laundry for her person. Like, why are you outside? Would you go in the grocery store? You have no reason to leave the house.
Look what you made him do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were probably wearing provocative clothing.
You were asking for it.
You know what? I love women as much as the next guy.
No, he doesn't.
And I've seen women dressed in next to nothing, and I've never raped anybody. So doesn't matter what a girl's wearing. It doesn't. I hate people that are like, oh, it's her fault. She's acting like a slut. Well, no means no. So quit being a fucking asshole.
I didn't hear. I meant to read this story. I don't remember this.
If they're not conscious, then
she was unconscious.
Yeah, I think she was passed out. If I
don't know if
correctly.
that just makes it
because I remember
there
was controversy with her testifying in court because she wasn't like conscious when it happened.
Well, you're not a very good witness. You weren't even fucking awake.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I drop everything. My bad.
It was just such a disgusting trial, and
I'm sorry I wasted everybody's time.
You gotta wonder if that judge had a daughter or a wife that got raped, and then by that kid, and then you go, would he be fucking saying he's got a bright future?
Exactly.
I would have walked out of the courtroom and then filed a lawsuit against the state.
He has a bright future. Whatever.
Okay, yes or no? Do you agree with? And I know it's a movie and it's fucking Hollywood. Samuel L. Jackson's character in A Time to Kill.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you agree with how he handled the situation?
Oh, his retaliation?
I can't say for yes or no. If you say yes, then you're pretty much basing it down to, they deserve to do it? The brutality of it all. Then yeah, I guess so. Maybe yeah.
But he said, "Yes, I hope they die,
and I hope they burn in hell.
Yeah, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell." That's a great movie. It was sad, and I don't know why it's so tough for me to watch shit like that. Like,
because you have kids.
But even before I had kids, like I couldn't watch The Accused when I was a kid with Jodie Foster. Like, I don't know. It's fucking. I just think that I'll just leave it at. I think that there should be stiffer penalties for people that are convicted, but there are people, not just women, but people in general, men too, that make up shit. It has happened. I think there should be more of a punishment for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you're ruining someone's life, We
had this discussion over breakfast.
How about a hot tip for people?
Don't rape.
Just fucking leave each other alone.
Just go get a hooker.
Just leave each other alone.
Go to the Bunny Ranch in Vegas and get a hooker.
Why is prostitution not legal?
I think that if they did legalize prostitution, had it in safe, controlled environments, I'd probably never see Natalie anymore. But because she'd always be there. But
whoa. That's my sister.
What?
What?
Dan's about to jump over this table.
She would be renting hookers all day.
What the hell?
I don't even have words for that. No.
No. But,
no. You had to think about that?
No.
No. So, no.
No. Can I take my cats?
But,
no.
But you know what? Just legalize that. Whatever. I just think it's
legalize
stupid.
pot and hookers,
tax
man.
It. Tax that ass.
I don't think they can tax. I don't think they can tax humans though.
Sure they can. It's a fucking service. If you give someone a massage, they can tax that. right?
Yeah,
Well,
but there's differences between massages and doing some of the things a hooker can do.
Depending on what massage parlor you go to.
Just saying. I mean,
where are you getting massages?
and you're taxing a service compared to taxing a human. Like, there's a big difference.
That human
there.
is still performing a service.
I don't know. I'm not going to be the one to put a Twinkies tax on a, it's like.
I think so. I think that it would be a good source of revenue for the state.
I don't know. I don't understand why prostitution's illegal. To me, it doesn't matter, but I've never used a prostitute. I don't think I ever will. So I don't care, but at the same time, it's kind of dumb that it is. But drinking in excess is okay. And half the people that drink, they drive as well.
Yep.
And I don't understand it. I don't drink because I just don't care for it. But I don't have a lot of vices. I smoke cigarettes every now and then, and I maybe am a little lazy. That's about it. Like, I don't have too many vices, so I don't know what that's like.
Chick-fil-A is definitely one of your vices.
Maybe fast food. Yeah, that's probably one of my vices as well. But that's because it's so easy and I suck at cooking.
It's so fucking good.
Chick-fil-A is good. And their Colt is amazing. I'm joining next week.
Would you like Kool-Aid with your chicken sandwich?
I already had mine, thanks.
Love you.
Love you. Hey, Vance.
Yeah, Dan.
How can people get a hold of us, give us money, do things?
Well, people get a hold of us, give us money, do things by going to don'tlookunderthebed.net, clicking on the Contact Us link. It takes you right to our email, which is don'tlookunderthebedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook. Don't Look Under the Bed Podcast at Facebook. We're on Twitter at DLUTB. You can also, what are you doing?
We're just posing.
Anime poses.
We're just posing.
Oh, it's like they're on a plane and they're pointing to all the exits.
Yeah, there's an exit here, an exit there.
Where was it? Oh yeah. Also, you know what? If you like what you're doing or what we're doing and you want to help us do it financially, that would be awesome. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/DLUTB. We also have a PayPal. Just send it to our email address. Don't Look Under the Bed podcast@gmail.com.
A little dollar do ya?
A little dollar do you. And you know what? If you cannot help out financially, you're helping out right now anyway by just listening to the dumb shit that we say.
And telling your friends about it.
And we love you.
And we do love you. And we thank each and every listener out there today.
I love each and every one of you.
This has been the Don't Look Under the Bed podcast for all things comedy horror. Once again, I'm your belated host, Dan Winter. Next to me is
Natalie Rose.
Next to her is
Vinny Rose.
Next to me is
Nicholas Myers.
Bye.